I don't understand why this is so difficult for people to understand, right? Because it's really simple. Um, a musician is a job. Being a musician, being a piano player, being a singer, being a guitarist, being a drummer, it's an occupation, it's a job, okay? And if you've ever seen a musician play anywhere, they typically have a way for you to tip them. No matter where you go. Like, have you ever been like on a train station and you see a guy playing guitar and he's got his guitar like case open, and you notice that there's tips in there, right? You know, it's like dollars, whatever change, because it's customary for people to tip, especially if they're being entertained. Now, let me explain to you the difference between two things, okay? It's one thing where a guy is just playing like on a train station, he's a guitarist, and someone just tips because, hey, they're being a nice person. There's a difference between that, but someone actually requesting a song, that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different ballgame, someone requesting a song. Because that, to me, that's like someone is asking you to do something, like specific for them. Play me Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. Play me whatever it is, The Summer Wind by Frank Sinatra. That's like a direct request. Do you understand? So that's a difference between someone just playing like in the street, they're jamming on their guitar. You're not really, if you think about it, you're not asking them to play. You're just passing by, going about your business. You're walking in the street, maybe going to your job, or you go to a restaurant, but you happen to see someone playing the guitar. Now, hey, you might like the music. You might say, I like what I'm hearing. And just from the goodness of your heart, you might throw like $5 in the guy's guitar case. But I actually think it's different, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because you're not really asking the guy for anything. You're just walking. You're like walking in the train station, or you're walking in the street. But now let's say you went up to that guitar player and you said, do me a favor, could you play me Billy Joel Piano Man? Could you do that on a guitar? Absolutely. And the guy starts, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. And then you don't tip the guy and you walk away. Man, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That's heartless. I mean, I'm being honest with you. Like, so I don't understand why everyone, now a lot of people do get this. There's a lot of people who understand this, and they don't argue with me, when we're on the live streams and we're talking about it. They're like, hey, Father, you're right. Someone requests a song, they should do like a tip for entertainment purposes only. But now we're going to add a little more to the bounty, right? We're going to okay. It's also for a good cause. It's also for a good cause to help my wife, who's really going through a tough time. Breaks my heart. I'm looking at her. She looks so tired and shot, and it breaks my heart. It's so sad. It's for a good cause to help my wife with stage 4 breast cancer. So now you got basically a bunch of things to think about. Number one, right? You're requesting a song. Number two, I'm going to try to explain this to people because maybe they don't, understand. It actually takes time and effort to learn a song. It's not easy. You have to sit down, you got to learn the chords, you got to learn the melody, you got to learn the words, the lyrics, then you got to figure out what key you're going to do it in, then you got to actually take the time out to record the video. So for you to believe that this is like, I don't know, a piece of cake, it's not. It takes time. So you got to think about all of these things. You're requesting a song. The musician is taking the time out to learn the music, the chord progression, the melody, the lyrics, putting it in their key, recording it. And it's for a good cause, to help a wife and a mom with stage 4 breast cancer. God bless her. Right? So it's like, I'm just trying to understand, like, how could you do all of that and not want to tip? Not want to give an entertainment tip? Don't you think that's a little screwed up? It's a little messed up, a little disrespectful, because that's what a lot of these people are doing. Mostly they're haters. They're just trying to hate. But I think the good people, the people with the good heart, they get it. They understand it. But I just wanted to make a video, okay? If you are interested, I have a service. Request a song, classic rock, Billy Joel Elton John. It's on my Cash App, the $ RichardLevoi. That's my Cash App. The $ Richard is spelled RichardLevoi. V as in Victor, OI. I'll repeat that. $ RichardLevoi. There's no underscore, no space in between my first and last name. $ Richard, RichardL as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. All of this information is in the description of this video. You can request a song, classic rock, Elton John, Billy Joel, Journey, anybody you like. And the tip is up to you. That's another thing that people seem to get confused about. There is no set amount. So I've had people who gave me $100 tip. I did. Very extremely generous. Do I expect that from everybody? Of course not. Of course not. It all depends on what you could do based on what your circumstances are. I had people give me a $50 tip. I had people give me a $25 tip. I had people give me a $10 tip. I had people give me a $5 tip. $4, $3, $2, and guess what? In some cases, even just $1. Just $1. And you know what? That's fine by me. That's fine because it comes from the heart. And I'm going to say something that Cigar King just said. Also, yes, prayers are very, very much appreciated. Of course. Of course. I pray for my wife every day, every night. God is good. I pray for my wife. So yes, prayers for my wife are deeply, deeply appreciated. Of course. But, requesting a song, is a beautiful thing too. Music comes from God. Music is life. So I believe that music, is a very, very important thing. Brings back memories of life, brings back, the good times, the bad times, but you know what? It's life. Music represents life. And what a wonderful tribute, right? To a woman who's dealing with something right now that's very scary in her life, is to bring the joy of music into her life. And you could help by requesting a song for a small entertainment tip on my Cash App. Read about it in the description of this video. God bless.